The creature huddled in the corner of the Zenthari cargo bay, its 6 legs folded beneath its mottled, scarred body. The species had no official name in the Galactic database, just a catalog number, X7 Uglies. Throughout the known galaxy, thousands of these beings existed in shadows, unwanted and unloved. Captain Velcros of the Zenthari Empire barely glanced at it as he passed. "Dispose of that thing before we reach the trade station," he commanded his subordinate. "It's been eating our waste for 3 cycles. Filthy creature." The X7 Uglies whimpered, a sound that echoed through harmonic frequencies most species couldn't fully perceive. Its 4 eyes, clouded and weeping from malnutrition, tracked the captain's departure. For 17 standard years it had survived on the streets of a dozen worlds, always kicked aside, always starving, always alone. Then the humans arrived. Commander Sarah Chen stepped onto Station Europa 9 with her small delegation, part of humanity's newest diplomatic mission to the galactic community. Humans were still considered curiosities, their planet only recently achieving faster-than-light travel, their species viewed as primitive by the established powers. The Zenthari delegation met them with barely concealed condescension. During the tour of their vessel, Sarah noticed movement in the cargo bay's corner. "What's that?" she asked, pointing. Captain Velcros waved dismissively. "Vermin. An X7 Uglies. They infest stations sometimes. We're removing it." Sarah approached slowly, ignoring the Zenthari's protests. The creature cowered, expecting violence. Instead, she knelt, extending her hand with practiced patience, the same way she'd approached frightened animals back on Earth. "Hey there," she whispered. "It's okay." The X7 Uglies tilted its malformed head, confused by the gentle tone. One of its eyes, clearer than the others, focused on Sarah's face. In that moment, something ancient awakened in both species, the connection between human and beast that had defined Earth's history. "Captain Velcros," Sarah said, her voice firm, "I'd like to purchase this creature from you." The Zenthari captain laughed, a harsh, chittering sound. "Purchase, take it. It's worthless. Humans truly are a backward species if you see value in such ugliness." Sarah carefully lifted the creature, surprisingly light for its size, and carried it to the human shuttle. Her crew exchanged glances but said nothing. They'd learned to trust their commander's instincts. Over the following weeks, something remarkable happened. Dr. James Rodriguez, the expedition's xenobiologist, examined the X7 Uglies thoroughly. "Sarah, this is incredible," he reported, excitement in his voice. "This species isn't vermin at all. They're empathic processors. They can sense emotional frequencies across dozens of species. They've been selectively breeding themselves for this trait for millennia." "Why?" Sarah asked, gently brushing the creature's now cleaning fur. "Because they wanted to help," James replied, scrolling through neural scans. "Their species evolved on a world where cooperation between different species was necessary for survival. They became mediators, companions. But when their world was destroyed in the Krelvoth War, the survivors scattered. Without context, other species just saw them as ugly, useless creatures." Sarah looked down at the X7 Uglies. She'd named him Lucky, who gazed back with increasing clarity in all 4 eyes. "So the galaxy abandoned them because they didn't understand their value." "Exactly," James confirmed. "But there's more. Their empathic abilities could revolutionize galactic diplomacy. They can sense deception, fear, genuine intent, all the things that make negotiations fail." Word spread quickly through human channels. Within months, every human diplomatic team requested an X7 Uglies companion. But humans didn't just use them, they cared for them, groomed them, fed them, loved them. The transformation was stunning. Well-fed and cared for, the X7 Uglies revealed their true appearance: luminescent fur that shifted colors with mood, graceful movements, and an intelligence that responded to kind treatment. They bonded with their human companions with fierce loyalty. Then came the Sector 7 crisis. 3 galactic powers stood on the brink of war over territorial disputes. Decades of negotiation had failed. The Galactic Council called for one final mediation attempt, expecting failure. The humans arrived with their X7 Uglies companions. Ambassador Chen entered the council chamber with Lucky at her side. The other delegates, Zenthari, Krell, and Voth, looked on with barely disguised disgust at the creature. You bring vermin to the council? Captain Velcro sneered, now promoted to representative. No, Sarah replied calmly. I bring truth. As negotiations proceeded, Lucky and the other X7 Uglies moved through the chamber, their empathic senses reading every delegate. They communicated with Sarah through a newly developed neural interface, revealing hidden fears, secret alliances, and genuine concerns beneath the political posturing. Armed with this understanding, Sarah navigated the maze of galactic politics with unprecedented precision. She addressed unspoken fears, found common ground where none seemed to exist, and exposed those who genuinely sought conflict for profit. 12 hours later, a peace treaty was signed. The galaxy watched in astonishment. How had these primitive humans achieved what centuries of galactic diplomacy could not? The answer spread quickly. Humans had seen value where others saw trash. They had offered love where others offered contempt. They had recognized partners where others saw pests. Within a year, X7 Uglies became the most sought-after species in the galaxy. Their price soared astronomically until humans intervened. They're not property, Ambassador Chen declared before the Galactic Council. They're people, partners, and Earth offers sanctuary to every X7 Uglies in the galaxy. Anyone who wants to adopt one must pass our screening process and commit to their care. The galaxy learned a profound lesson that day. Humanity's strength wasn't their technology or their weapons. It was their capacity to see worth in the worthless, to offer dignity to the degraded, to love the unloved. Lucky, lying contentedly at Sarah's feet during her historic speech, emanated waves of joy that every empathic species in the chamber could feel. He had found his purpose again, and in doing so had helped humanity find theirs. The galaxy would never be the same.